What is going on? This is the Vaulted Podcast, your number one source for cards, collecting, and collectibles. We got a different video today. It's not really a podcast episode, but it's more so on PSA returns. And I'm just hoping this goes smoothly without a hitch, because like normally I only work with one camera and not two. So I'm using my Logitech. It's like I MacGyvered it to where it's like sitting on top of my mic stand, and you'll be able to see the card. So just bear with me, and we're gonna get right through it. And yeah, let's go ahead and hope and see if you guys get the grades that you wanted. Honestly, this is a submission that's been pretty much waiting at PSA for a very, very, very long time. I am the terror that flaps in the night. I am the sewer that reeks of justice. I am Ray Kersey. What is going on to the live stream? I hope that as PSA and Beckett and CGC kind of gets back to some level of normalcy, I hope that we get more and more of these videos. So if you do like this video, make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe. This episode is not really an episode, so it will not be showing up on the Spotify side. So we're gonna wait for a few more people to come through, and while that happens, again, make sure you are commented and liking and subscribing to the channel. And as a good measure, make sure you share this on your socials if you are finding us. I do have an inspirational quote for everyone. Yeah, make sure you go ahead and type that up as the inspirational quote for this evening. And while you do that, I'm going to go ahead and close my door. This took a process to be able to do. I don't know how we're going to get through this, but please bear with me. I do hope that as like more funding does come to the channel, I do have a bigger and better desk, so that way I'm able to actually do more of these videos and actually have like the proper rig to be able to do it. Against the darkest danger, when all hope is lost, if you ever bow your heads, raise them high again. Yes, try, and try again. That's what I say. Let me go ahead and close my door real fast. My studio is a mess, so bear with me. Let's go ahead and get right into it. Again, like it up, smash that like button with a hammer, but try not to break your computer. All right, first off, I don't know whose belongs to whose. I'm going through the list, packing them up tonight. Some of them I do know who they belong to, so yeah, just be on the lookout. I know we got a card in here that someone figured out that they landed a 10 on a Bayset card, so that's really exciting. So let's go ahead and get right into it. First off, we're going to start off with a banger, okay? We have, well, let me switch over my camera. Let's switch over the camera scene. There we go. So this is my desk. Yes, it is extremely cluttered. So bear with me. You see a bunch of shiny Pokemon right here. And I hope that like one day, once I get a better desk, because I'm basically using my desk that I had in college that I brought back home, you'll be able to see everything. It's not the highest of quality, but it is a Logitech. So it's as good as it'll get, okay? Okay, thumbs up. Okay, cool. Let's go ahead and get right into it. So right off the bat, we have a Ablaze Charizard from Gym 2, and it got a PSA 9. And we're starting off with the heats. We are strapped in. We got the fire right here. This is heat, okay? Okay? This is fire. Starting off with the heat. This got a PSA 9, and honestly, if you're the person that owns this card, I would highly suggest looking into this card and maybe resubmitting. I know a lot of people are cracking right now just because the standards of grading is a little bit more different. I can't really show all the flaws with this card, especially with the camera that I have. But yes, we have a PSA 9 Charizard, and honestly, I like PSA 9s. I like Beckett 9s. People always want to go for the extreme perfection, and honestly, 9s are just as good as 10s. Like, let's be real here. We have a dark burning attack with a dark magician girl right here, and you can kind of see the foil pattern right here as the Logitech kind of focuses in on it. There we go. And it's a PSA 9. This is a dark burning attack legendary DK number 2 promo from 2016. It's always cool seeing dark magician girl. I'm gonna go ahead and put her right here. Let's put her right here. There we go. Next up, we have a 5-headed dragon card from 2019. This is a first edition 5-headed dragon from Battle Legends Heroes Revenge. This is a PSA 9, like I said before. If you feel like the grades don't justify what they have, crack and resubmit. Honestly, if the risk is there, I would highly suggest going to someone who's experienced in cracking cards and sending them out. And honestly, this is a gorgeous card. There was a little bit of cardboard dust right there. But yeah, such a sick and fire card. R.I.P. Kazuki Takahashi. I hope that, his legacy will continue. And I think with these sorts of cards, they surely will. Next up, we got a Gem Mint 10 Bujinte Kagutsuchi card right here. So, obviously, you guys know that I'm not taking these out of the box. Reason being is because I literally just came back from the National from New Jersey, and I opened all of these cards on a return on live. So some of you guys who are probably in here probably saw it. Some of you guys may have not. And if you're new to the channel, you'll see this over and over and over again. And it's going to be always here on this channel for forever. So you guys are part of this channel. And that's kind of cool in a way. Like, we're all in this together in a way. So this landed a PSA 10. Let's go. And I wanted to get this done before I flew out to Indianapolis, so I'm about to make an Instagram post. I was just in the process of doing the caption as I was doing this, so I'm like juggling multiple balls in terms of things that I got to get done before flying out. Next up, we got a 2015 first edition Necros of Sophia Cross Souls PSA 8. I'm trying to go through these as fast as possible. And we'll touch on some of the hits right here. We got a two-headed King Rex from 2012. This landed a PSA 9. Such a gorgeous card, and the foiling is just awesome. Next up, we got another PSA 10. This is a 2013 first edition Dunamis Dark Witch from the Legendary Collection 4 Mega Pack. So the Logitech is trying its best just to focus in. So one day I'll get enough just to be able to get like a proper camera rig. A proper camera first and foremost. I mean, I'm using my Canon right here. I'm using my Logitech right here. So hopefully it is coming in well. And I hope that you guys can hear me perfectly fine. We got a PSA 7 first edition Amazonia's Paladin card right here. We have a Danko second. I know there's another one. I think there's probably 2 or 3 more in this right here. We have a Danko Seka PSA 9 from 2019. This is the first edition card. Honestly, I don't know too much about a lot of these newer versions of these Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Unless it's like a reprint or if it's like a different holo rarity, then that's pretty much the extent of which I know stuff. Then we have a PSA 10 first edition Red Eyes Black Drag from Legendary Duelist S1 Green. So if you can look at the text right here, it's actually a green text right there, which is really sick. And this got a PSA 10. Next up, we got a Dark Magician Girl Lost Art promotion card. This landed a PSA 9. And honestly, Dark Magician Girl is waifu material, as you guys may know. For those of you guys who do follow me, I will be at Collecticon in Long Beach, California, where I will be having Dan Green, Erica Schroeder, and Eric Stewart on my panel. For those guys who do not know who they are, Dan Green is the voice of Yugi Yami Mode. Eric Stewart is the voice actor for Seto Kaiba, and Erica Schroeder is actually the voice actor of Dark Magician Girl. Next up, we got a PSA 10 Palladium Oracle Mana card from the Gold Sarcophagus tin, and this landed a gem. This gemmed out. This foiling actually reminds me of the Akora foiling. For those of you who do not know, Akora is a new indie TCG. Some people like it. Some people think it's too easy of a card game. I have no problems with that. I like some of the artwork, but I haven't really had enough time to really play the game just to kind of get an idea of it. But this right here is a Dark Magician card from 2012. It comes from the Legendary Collection 3 Mega Pack. So this landed a PSA 9. Let's go. And if you like one of these cards, or if you see any of these cards, feel free to drop the fire emojis. Don't stay too quiet in here. Oh, by the way, we are a monetized channel. We did enable super chat, so if you want to support the channel, feel free to do so. If not, it's perfectly fine. The fact that you're here, and the fact that you are here in this live just means more than enough. It's all the support I could ask for. This right here is a 2015 Dark Magician Girl from the YGLD Battle City set, or mini set, as you could say. I guess that's what it is. Next up, we have another Dark Magician Girl. Some dudes are simping over Dark Magician Girl, and honestly, I'm one of them. She is waifu material. This right here is the Premium Gold PSA9 Dark Magician Girl from 2014. The borders are all gold, and like the text is like a crystallized text on it. It's kind of really cool. It's just the subtle stuff that Yu-Gi-Oh has, I just really do appreciate. Next up, we have a classic starter deck Joey Red Eyes Black Dragon from 2003, and this card is badass. This card is the definition of badass. I really do want this card in a first edition from LOB, just to match my first edition LOB Blue Eyes. Next up, we got a PSA 7 Red Eyes Flare Metal Dragon. This card looks really sick. It got a PSA 7. So that's kind of what it looks like up close. Excuse my terrible nails. I have a terrible tendency to bite my nails out of anxiety. Next up, we have a Yu-Gi-Oh! Dark Magician Battle City card right here. And this got a PSA 9. And the foil over here just looks nuts. And finally, just to end out that first stack, we have a PSA 9 Mega Tins Dark Magician card from 2016. Let that focus. Focus. There we go. There's a little bit of focusing right there. Dark Magician never gets old. So now that first stack is done and over with, now we approach this stack right here. And again, all of these cards will be shipped out tomorrow by moi. And yeah, let's go ahead and get to the next stack. So we have a PSA 8. And again, if you guys do want to see this, make sure you let me know in the comment section. If you want to see more return videos like this, please let me know. We got a 6 swirl on this. We got a PSA 8 Japanese Lapras fossil card. And honestly, Japanese cards just, they're just chef's kiss. Like they literally took their time into making such a beautiful card such as that. Next up, we have a Bayset 9 Clefairy. And let me see if there is any issues with it. There might be some factory print lines if it did land a 9. But if not, you know, if you see this, if this card does belong to you, I would definitely double check. Make sure so that way you can resubmit. You know, it probably got a 9 just because it's off-center right here and it's kind of thin right here. But other than that, I don't see any actual issues currently. But the full on this looks nuts. I'm going to wait for the camera to focus in. Boom, there we go. Such a cool card. Next up, we got a PSA 9 Hitmonchan from Bayset. And I can kind of see why. There's a factory line there's only one factory line that runs right here. It's kind of hard to see. Yep, there you go. You can see it right there. Right there above its left shoulder. You can see that right there. And it got a 9. Understandably so. Centering could have also played a role in it. But other than that, this is actually a really clean card. Maybe if you submitted at Beckett, you could get a higher grade. But at the same time, it is kind of off-centered on the back. And just with that minus surface issue, I would say that yeah, this is a 9, maybe an 8 in my eyes. I think it deserves a grade. Next up, we have a PSA 8. Overall, the grades aren't bad. We have a PSA 8 Aerodactyl from Fossil. And this card is just sexy. Who else had an Aerodactyl in the games? Awesome, awesome, awesome. Next up, we have a PSA 9 of my favorite bug Pokemon, Scyther from Jungle, and it landed a 9. Let it focus. It's hard to let it focus. I wish it... There we go. Oh, there we go. I like that. The close-up. Psa9 right there. What are your thoughts so far, guys? I know the chat's gotten quiet. We can't let the chat get quiet, guys. We cannot let the chat go quiet. I need to know. I need to hear from you guys. Next up, we got a PS... What do you guys think of the submissions, the return so far? We got a Psa9 Jolteon from Jungle. What a banger. That is sick. That is sick. Whoa. Okay. Just... God, that is gorgeous. I can't, man. Like, just stuff like this just always, like, oh, man, here he goes. Okay. This is it. Honestly, this was a cool card to get. I think this belongs to Land of Lugia, and I don't know if he's in the chat or not. Someone put it in the Discord that I'm live. Bam. PSA 10 Bayset Zapdos. We landed a PSA 10 on a WotC card. Again, if you are in here, make sure you tell and at everyone on the Discord that we are live, just to make sure that everyone has an opportunity to see their cards here if they did send it. But holy smokes. That's it. That is it. What a banger. I wonder what this card would get at Beckett. This is sexy. All right. That's the highlight of that particular stat, honestly. Next up, we have a Psa9 Dark Tyranitar from Neo Destiny, or Neo 4 as they would say. And what a fire card. What a badass card. This got a 9. Again, I highly suggest cracking any card that you think deserves a higher grade. Next up, we have a PSA 6 of the Toad Boy right here of a Bayset 2 Venusaur. I got a 6. I mean, overall, I think for cards like these, I don't know, it's just nostalgic. Regardless of the grades, it's cool to have it encapsulated. Next up is a PSA 6 Venusaur EX card. Fire Red Leaf Green is just notoriously known to be hard to grade just because of the foil edges, as well as the high likelihood of factory lines running through the card right here. So this got a PSA 6. We got a Gem 10 Shining Celebi from the Premium Collection Box. Honestly, I think Shining Legends as a whole, especially the Premium Collection Box sealed, is always going to be this thing that will always stand the test of time. I think shiny Pokemon are just destined to do that. I think with the rise and popularity with Pokemon Go, it's just a no-brainer for that particular card and set. Next up, we have Hidden Fates. What a throwback. What a gorgeous card of the most popular Pokemon in the world. Greninja Gx from Hidden Fates. This got a PSA 9. Awesome. This is a card when I sent out, I was hoping for a 10 for my client, but it did not. But it's Shining Lugia. That also came from the Premium Collection Box. It is a promo card. There are only 2 Shining Lugia cards ever made. One is this, and then the other is the Call of Legends Lugia card. And I honestly like both. We don't see too many Shining Legendary Pokemon out there, especially in the world of TCG as far as Pokemon goes. Next up, we got a Gem 10 Rebel Clash Inteleon V. And honestly, Sword and Shield from the year 2020 as a whole, in terms of overall print production, was so good that like literally 90% of the cards that you sent in from Sword and Shield landed a Gem 10. It's just with a higher distribution of PSA 10s coming in from Darkness Ablaze. Next up, we got a Sandaconda V, and this got a PSA 9. We got a Gem 10 Secret Rare Marnie card right here. And there we go. I like that. I like how it focused right there. That's cool. That is cool. Just get some B-roll footage going on right here, and you can see that. That's nice. I can't get over that. That's just really cool. We got a Gem Mint 10 Darkness Ablaze Butterfree VMAX card, and you can just see the texture on this. Honestly, I really do like the color scheme for this particular card right here. It was illustrated by AKCG Works. So this is actually really fire. Just like, look at that. Gem Mint 10. Next up, we have a Gem Mint 10 Darkness Ablaze Centiskorch VMAX. And for those guys who did send your cards in to me for PSA back then in October 2020, you guys should have video / actually probably video proof. I either send it to you via email or via DMs. So if you are one of those people that did get cards or did submit cards, make sure you bring that up so that way I have an idea. It'll make my job a lot easier in terms of sending them back. But in case you don't, it's okay. I have a full-on list. We have a PSA 9 Grimmsnarl VMAX Darkness Ablaze card right here. For those guys who will watch this video or whoever wants to go through me as far as submissions go, one thing you have to remember is that I want you to remember to video your entire stack of cards before sending it out to any middleman. It doesn't have to be me. It could be someone else. And take close-up pictures of the front and back of your cards. Why? Because part of the cost that goes into these submissions is based on insurance. If they damage your card and you know that they damage your card, having that proof available is so important just because you're able to reference those pictures and that way you get your money back. So again, that is a good rule of thumb. And honestly, I take pictures and videos for all of my clients. So it's just a way to keep up between myself and you. There's no he said, she said, or he said kind of situation. It's, hey, these are my cards. I know because these are the issues with the cards. These are the flaws with these cards, and this is how I sent them in. So that's a very important thing to mention. Next up, we're going to go and grab this stack off the ground. This deck is also a thick one. And honestly, this is my favorite card. I do like this card a lot. I think Tag Team will always be a set that will always remain iconic and relevant as time progresses. I think that it's just a sick set. It's just awesome. I think we should see more of the, like, Tag Team cards. I felt like it was just so short. First up, we got this right here. We got a Gem Mint 10 Pikachu and Zekrom card right here from Team Up. I remember opening up Team Up when I first got back into the hobby, and I think the only Team Up card I was able to pull was a Gengar Mimikyu alt art card. And honestly, all of these cards are gorgeous. This was illustrated by Mitsuhiro Arita, the legend. And like, look at that. Look at how like the red kind of sparks off Zekrom's eyes. This card is sick. And honestly, I think like doing stuff like this, even though I don't collect Modern, it's sets like it's doing submissions like this that give me more appreciation behind Modern. You know, and due to, like, within time, you know, I do become nostalgic of these sets because you do find those little nuances that you appreciate as a collector. I might not buy buy any of these cards anytime soon, but eventually I will. You know, once I become nostalgic of something, that's when I'll buy. I think that's kind of like how I predicate most of my collecting is based on if I'm nostalgic about it. Next up, we have a PSA 8 Alolan Raichu and Raichu Tag Team GX card. Look at these two electrifying bros just having fun. You see Alolan Raichu just literally surfing on its tail. That's cool. That's adorable. And let's go ahead and go on to the next card right here. This card is the most expensive card in the world. It is more expensive than the SGC 95 Mickey Mantle Topps card. This is none other than our Lord and Savior, Bidoof. This got a PSA 8. This is a reverse hollow Stormfront Bidoof from Diamond and Pearl. This guy absolutely looks menacing. Look at him. He's just built different. He's just standing there menacingly. Let it focus. Boom, there we go. I actually like the way the light hits off of this reverse foil. But this got an 8. Sick. Next up, we have a secret rare from the XY era. This is a VS Seeker from Roaring Skies. PSA 9. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Next up, we got a first edition Team Rocket Squirtle right here. He's just looking happy before he evolves into a War Turtle that evolves into a Dark War Turtle. You know, he was so happy before Team Rocket got to it. Next up, we have a PSA 8 Golduck from Aquapolis. And the artwork just looks stunning. Who was this illustrated by? This was illustrated by Kazuki. This card got a Gem Mint 10. This is from Aquapolis. And honestly, I do like the artwork on this. This is from Kazuo Yazawa. And this got a Gem Mint 10. This is a Pokemon Park Stadium card from Aquapolis. You have Cyndaquil, Pikachu, and Chikorita. Adorable card. I believe these next cards are for John. I don't remember his exact username at the top of my head, but John, you're going to see this. I know you're in UK. You probably are in bed right now. It's midnight over there. But we got a few Ancient Mew promos. We got a PSA 8 right here. And I think there's a swirl right there. 6 swirl. Another Mew right here. This got a PSA 7. And honestly, a lot of these Ancient Mew cards are heavily off-center. This is not the Nintendo error, because like for those guys who do not know, there's an actual error where they misspell the word Nintendo right there. So make sure you're always on the lookout. Errors, there's a lot of people within this hobby that will spend money on errors. Never count it out. There's always different ways to collect within the hobby. We got a PSA 6 Ancient Mew card right here. PSA 9 First Edition Fossil Gambler card. PSA 9 Darkness Ablaze Scissor VMAX. Gem Mint 10 Eternatus VMAX from Darkness Ablaze. Like I said, when you send in and you open up a pack from Darkness Ablaze and you send it off to PSA, you have a 90% chance of hitting a 10. Next up, we have another Darkness Ablaze Eternatus VMAX. This got a Gem Mint 10. So 2 Gem Mint 10s back to back of the same card. Next up, we have Butterfree V, PSA 9. We got Daddy Rose. We got Chairman Daddy Rose, and honestly, people say I kind of look like him. I might cosplay like him one day, but we got a PSA 10. Such a cool card. Next up, we have another Darkness Ablaze card. This is Pokemon Breeders Nurturing right here, and this got a Gem Mint 10. Awesome. Congratulations. PSA 8 Full Art Mega Venusaur EX. And honestly, to this day, I've seen so much Evolutions cards come into my hands, and I've kind of gotten tired of seeing it, even though it's almost the exact same reprint as Bayset. I don't know. I just see so much of Evolutions. It just gets annoying. But hey, if you like it, you like it, you know? It's a set that brought a lot of people back into the hobby. I know it was one of the very first sets that I experienced when I got back into the hobby in 2019. But that just goes to show you, like, that set came out in 2016 and it was still in abundance in 2019 to the point where they were literally selling packs for $2 a pop. Next up, we have a Unified Minds Espeon and Dioxis GX tag team card, and such a gorgeous card. PSA 9. All right, gonna go ahead and get through these last 3 sacks as quick as possible, just because I have a phone call about my trip to Cali Collecticon, and then I gotta get done posting up this picture. But next up, we got a few more sets. And again, I will be shipping these out tomorrow. I will be shipping them out. If I have not gotten your address, please let me know so that way I can ship it out. If you are overseas, I probably will be shipping this out to you Monday when I get back from Indianapolis. And again, for those guys who are in here, if you do want this free graded guard case, it's purple. If you want this free graded card case, this is for PSA. Actually, no, I think this might be, yeah, this is PSA. If you do want this, make sure you comment on the last video of this channel, which is the podcast stream. Make sure you do comment there or comment here, whichever one works for you. It is totally fine. You will be counted in. I will be giving this away. Winners will be announced next Tuesday. Next Tuesday is when I will announce who won this. So make sure you're locked in and you're locked and loaded for this thing right here. And that's pretty much it. All right. Next card. PSA 6 Black Star promo Eevee. And for those guys who do not know, this is a very difficult card to get a PSA 10 in. If you do ever land a PSA 10 for this particular promo card, it is worth a lot of money. But this card is absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Next up, we have a Glaceon PSA 10. Let's go. Hidden Fates GX card right here. And honestly, Hidden Fates is such a fun set. Like, if it is modern, but that's a set that I will always gravitate to. I will always have fun opening it just because there's so many hits across various generations. I think like Gen 5, Gen 6. But right here we have a banger of a card. We got a Shadowless Red Cheeks Pikachu, and it got a PSA 8. Whoa. Next up, we got a Evolutions Full Art Dragonite EX card. That got a PSA 8. We got a Gem Mint 10 Darkness Ablaze Salamence. And you can see the texture at that angle. That's crazy. We got a PSA 10 Burning Shadows GX card right here. Super sick. We got a Zamazenta V PSA 9 of a good old boy. Honestly, it would have helped if I put down background music, but hey, it is what it is. We got a Gem Mint 10 Stern Journer. Dude, once it focused right there, it was game over. I don't know, like holding it up this close and then looking at and just having like a really good camera quality once it focuses in right there. It's just, I don't know, man. It's just, it's a nut. A nut. Everyone put the peanut emojis in the chat right now. Otherwise, I'm going to cry. Next up, we have a PSA 9 Holo Evolutions Mew of this adorable looking fella. For those guys who do not know, Evolutions is a very, very tough set to get through. It had really poor quality control. So just to be able to get a PSA 10 of the Holo Charizard from that particular set, it's 3%. Literally 3%. We have a first edition Hitmonlee from Fossil. This got a PSA 5. You can see why. There's a lot of surface issues right there, but not bad. It's still not bad. We got a PSA 5 Neo Discovery Houndour. And he's already on site. We got Kitamura with a 1 nut. We got 6 people in here. There should be 6 nut. Like, well, there should at least be 12 nuts in here. Come on now. Unless you're a girl. If you're a woman, you also have nuts as well. Figurative nuts. We got a PSA 5 Venusaur right here. Sick card. I hate this Pokemon so much. God, this card sucks. Charizard is so much better. Yeah, this card is great. Then we have this cool Pokemon. It's a PSA 3 Blastoise from Bayset. But yeah, guys, I will be going out to Indianapolis this weekend. Stay tuned. We got some really, really big news Saturday. So, I mean it. It's huge. So stay tuned. You will see it. It's gonna be really awesome. We have a Mewtwo PSA 4 base set card. I know a lot of you guys, some of you guys, this was like your first time setting stuff to me through submission. And it's kind of crazy how like we've been in contact or you've been watching my content for the past 2 years. It's just crazy. It's an honor. Next up, we have a PSA 8 Unlimited Dark Blastoise. And that is a menacing card illustrated by Mitsuhiro Arita. And he's just ready. Look at that posy strike. And he's like, yeah, You don't want the smoke. That's basically what he's saying. If you want the smoke, I'll put it out. That's what he's saying. We got a PSA 8 Magneton right here, and I just like the abundance of foil right there. This got a PSA 8. Again, if it's an 8 or 9, I would heavily suggest looking into it. Maybe try, consider cracking options if you do want to get it cracked and sending it off to a different company where you think it will grade higher. That's something, or resubmit at the same company. That's something that you should think about. I myself, I don't really crack cards. I have friends who do, and I would always reference them. One of them being Kanto Shark. So if you're ever wanting cards to get cracked, he always cracks cards. Hit him up. Next up, we got a Aerodactyl EX from EX Sandstorm. And I do like the e-reader hollow foil card. Hollow foil edges. This is actually really cool. It's just the subtle things that Pokemon did back in the day. And I still think that Pokemon does have subtle things that they still have today. Like alternate arts, there's a lot of things in terms of the artwork that just makes it pop and stand out. We got a first edition hollow foil Azumarill from Neo Destiny. This got a PSA 5. And last one in that particular set is a PSA 9 Japanese Neo. I believe this is Neo 1, so Neo Skarmory, and this got a PSA 9. Wow. Of the Metal Bird. Sweet. All right, we got 1.5 stacks left. Technically, it's 6, but oh well. Let's go ahead and get next to the next stack. This would have been more... I actually should have just did this to begin with. I should have just went live on YouTube and just did it instead of going live on Instagram. I think that's how I'll do stuff from now on. Let me know in the comment section if you want me to do a lot of my mail unboxings or my mail days through here. Let me know. I think that it's just better lived to stay on YouTube versus just on Instagram Live. I think Instagram Live is just off. Sometimes I might not have the best connection, and you might not get to see my reaction, or you might not get to see a close-up of the card or item that I might buy. But yeah, let's go ahead and get to the next stack. We got a PSA 10 of the Old Man Fisherman right here from Hidden Fates. And honestly, my favorite trainer from that entire set has to be Cynthia. I think that's like the most badass card just because you have Shiny Garchomp and Shiny Lucario on the actual full art. That's a cool card. Excuse me. Next up, we have a PSA 10 Lady from Hidden Fates as well. Looking adorable. She is a sophisticated woman. We got a Crobat V from Darkness Ablaze. We have a PSA 10 Shrine of Punishment. Shrine of Punishment from Hidden Fates. Wow. Wow, we got another. Just made it. Should I rewind? Yeah, for sure, Lana Lugia. Your Bayset Zapdos PSA 10 is in here. I hope it definitely does what it needs to. And honestly, if you think it's clean enough, you might be able to send it off to Beckett and cross it. Maybe. Definitely think about it. Look into it. And yeah, just you're here on time. We have a few more cards left, and that's it. We pretty much cranked a lot of these out. I think we should be done right around 7:50-ish Eastern Standard Time. If not, once this video is published, you guys are going to be able to go back and rewatch this. I think we're just gonna make a lot of these PSA returns through here because IGTV is no longer a thing, and just post it through here, and that way you guys have that kind of proof for yourselves to watch. Next up, we have a PSA 10 Mount Coronet card right here, and honestly, playing Legends Arceus and going to Mount Coronet from like way back before Sinnoh was a thing in the game, it's just really cool. This is a gorgeous card. I remember having one in the PSA 10, and I think I sold it. But that's the life of a collector. You sell things just to be able to grow other aspects of your card collection. Next up, we have another Gem and 10. So we've hit like 4 back-to-back Gem and 10s, if I'm not mistaken, of this Fireboy. This got a PSA 10. And yes, thank you for putting that in the chat, Landa Lugia. Thank you for putting that in the chat and announcing that I am live. Yes, I appreciate it. Next up, we got a PSA 8 Evolutions Charizard EX card right here. We got a Gem Mint 10 Evolutions Full Art Mega Charizard right here. That gemmed out. Wow. Let's get a close up of this bad boy. Focus. It's not focusing. It was focused earlier. There we go. Close up of that texture. Wham. Wham bam. Thank you, ma'am. Next up is the same card, but we got a PSA 8. I mean a 9, sorry. That's a 9. Got a PSA 9 of this one as well. So this is the general consensus of what you're going to get from most pack pull cards. You're going to get 8s and 9s. It's going to be very hard to get a 10 in. So the fact that you did get a 10 is absolutely awesome. Next up, we got a Hidden Fates Charizard right here. This got a 10. And honestly, these I've seen plenty of these. They've all gotten 10s. I've graded numerous of them, and they got a 10s. We got a PSA 9. I think this is the second one in this entire stack that we got that got a PSA 9. Gorgeous card from Neophile 1. Well, Neo 1. Then we got a banned PSA 10 Moo Moo Milk card right here. This is banned. It's like there's always going to be a market for banned Japanese Pokemon cards, and we got a Gem 10. So that's awesome right here. Hey, yo. Hey, yo. Next up, we got a Darkness Ablaze Secret Rare PSA 10. And these gold cards always look stunning. You can just see the shimmer off the glitter-based foil right there. We got another PSA 10 Capture Energy card from Darkness Ablaze. And at that angle, this just looks sick. Yeah, that's entry sus AF. We got a PSA 9 Salamence VMAX right here. And honestly, again, I do want to make this more of like a celebration and a party every single time we do this. I will be doing more of this. I think this is just a way to do it. I think this beats doing this on Instagram Live. What do you guys think? Because like on Instagram Live, you'll see on this camera right here, it's just me doing this, and you can't really see the close-up of the card, and it doesn't really give the justice that the card deserves. Especially if it gems out and it's a pretty valuable card. Next up, and also, Kitamori, since you are in chat, let me know whenever you're ready to send out these bad boys to Beckett. This one I'm excited about. This one I'm definitely excited about. And, you know, I haven't really graded a sports card before, so you're going to have to let me know. Just let me know. I know you're in the process of moving, so take your time. Next up, this is the last one in this stack, and then we have half a stack to go. This is a PSA 9 Darkness Ablaze Scizor. Looking awesome. Imagine if they like had shiny VMAX versions of these cards. That would be sick. And now this is probably one of my favorite portions. This is another highlight from the entire submission in itself. We got Digimon. So Winston from Horizon, I think that's what his Instagram name is. He sent this card in. I think he sent a few Digimon cards in. And honestly, I'm super stoked just because like I like Digimon so much. It's something that I do want to have much more of a presence with this. I do want to have more of this on the channel, and it will happen in due time. As you can see, I do have Digimon Funkos right here. And also, by the way, guys, if you do enjoy this particular YouTube video, make sure you do share it. Make sure you screenshot this right here, or make sure you screenshot your favorite cards that you do see and post it up on your story. I think that's like the coolest thing you can do. And I'm glad that you guys are now a part of this channel and forever, because like, if this is your card, you're actually a part of the channel now. We got a PSA 8 Silver Prism exclusive stamp preview card of Matt and Sunomon. I really wish this got a 10. I'm pretty sure I sold this to Winston, I believe. This is a PSA 7 Silver Prism exclusive preview Agumon. In this set, the chase isn't necessarily your favorite card. It's actually looking for the numbered card. So you'll have the name Gabumon right here. You'll have the rookie Digimon, and then in this white text, you'll have it numbered, and they're always numbered out of 100, I believe, and those are the cards that are of value. But getting a PSA 9 is still really impressive. These are like prism foils, and honestly, I do love it. I think this is the highest graded Gabumon out of this, Digimon card out of this entire set. Next up, we got a Valkyrion Magnet Warrior PSA 9. This is a promo from 2003. Seeing this in the actual anime when all the with Yugi and Seto Kaiba on top of the building fighting to stay out of the Shadow Realm, that was a cool episode. Next up, we got another Denko Seka. I think the other one got a 9. This got an 8. We got a Tai and Koromon card, and look at this little fella. He is adorable. This got a PSA 8. We got a PSA 9 Reverse Holo Evolutions Charizard. Let's set that right here. We got a PSA 7 Silent Magician card from 2016. This got a PSA 7. I think in gameplay, Silent Magician's actually really solid. I don't know. It's been a hot minute since I played Yu-Gi-Oh! The card game. I hope I play some more of it this weekend in Indianapolis. Then we have a Dark Magician Girl Anniversary Pack, and you got a Gem in 10. This waifu got a 10 because she is a 10. If Dark Magician is a 10 and she gets a 10, what is she? A 20. All day, every day. Next up, we got another PSA 10. Eternatus VMAX, Secret Rare, Rainbow Foil. Stunning. And last but not least, another Gem Min 10 Secret Rare Marnie. So, what a good way to end this PSA return. If you did watch this, you know, again, appreciate you watching these cards come up. I do thank you guys for coming on here and just hanging out with me and getting to watch your cards shown. I think that's the coolest thing about this. Let me switch over cam to main cam. And again, thank you guys so much for watching this first ever PSA return video. I hope to see you guys on the next one, whenever the next one comes in. We don't know. I hope we see more. I hope to do more submissions, and just doing this again kind of just like reinvigorated me to do more. I just sent out 300 cards just for one client out to PSA for the bulk. I know Kitamori has sent out some cards, I believe. Captain Meowika has sent out cards, as well as Greninja Master has sent out cards. There's a decent amount of people that has sent out cards. So we're just waiting on those to get back, and I'm just ecstatic to get them back. I'm just super duper pumped to get those cards back and just show you guys here on the channel. I hope this was a really good video for you guys, and that's pretty much it. I hope you guys have a good rest of your day, and I will see you guys first thing next week on Tuesday on the next podcast episode, and we'll go from there. Yeah, that's pretty much it. See you guys on the next one, and yeah, that concludes this video.